how to audit Drupal site. So the table of content is why we need to audit our sites, and what are the checklists when we are creating any reports for that site, and what are the modules which Drupals provide for the auditing the site, so that we can easily rectify all the issues. So why we need this? So as it's important to regularly audit our site, so that we can rectify minor issue which become bigger in the future, and so that it will not impact on the potential user to access our site, and do not hamper any growth of the business of the website. So when we are auditing any sites, we will check what are the factors that impact performance, like what are the speeds, the site speed is good or not, the images which are loaded through sites are in the correct format, like they are loaded through WebP, because WebP provide better compression than PNG or JPG. Server response, what are the initial server response time of the site? For that, we can on the server we can add Redis or memory cache, so that whatever the query from the DB, it will easily fetch, and the speed of the website is good. So we can identify these factors in when we are auditing our sites. And then we can check the whatever the Drupal updates, like security updates available for the website. We need to update it monthly whenever the security updates come for the site, so that the site will not broken, and enhance the website performance, and increase lead generation through Drupal SEO. Means so when we are auditing sites, we will check whatever the modules for SEO, so that Google in the search engine, our website will be on the top. For that, we will check the all modules are enabled in our website. So these are the checklist which we need to check when we are auditing our sites. Like sitemap. What is sitemap? Sitemap, like this is the blueprint of your website. So Google search engine, Google will crawl or index your site, so that the whatever the important files or pages you want to be in your website, it will easily findable. So that sitemap really help for the search optimization, so that there's a encrypted communication between the web browser, your web server, and the web browser, and there will be secure data. There is no data loss when we are browsing our website. So as a certificate is also important for, and we will check that robots.txt file should be in your website, in the root of your folder, website folder. The robots.txt file should be there. In that, we will define which file, like which content or which modules you want to be crawlable or which you don't want to be. So that will really help for the search index optimization. And second thing, mobile usability. So when you are auditing your site, it's important we see the when we are checking our websites, and when we are loading the mobile, it should be user friendly, so that it will not take too much time to load the page. For that, which we can check the responsiveness in the different browser stack. Cross browser testing which will use for the mobile, to check the performance of website in the mobile. And now in Drupal 9 also there's an AMP module we can use, which really help to speed up the site in the mobile. So speed, performance, for the performance, you can check in your image whenever you adding images, you will see this. There should be the proper height or width is added. In that, you will get all this added or not. So I will show how you will get all this information from site. Drupal's best practices. When we are writing the code, we should follow the Drupal best practices so that it will enhance your site. Like we should follow the we should use a coder which uh, help to use the whatever the Drupal coding standard. So we should use the coder for the Drupal best practices. And for the thing is, like we should whenever we auditing site, we should check whatever the unused module in your site, you should remove it from your sites. Maybe sometimes you have just added your modules, but you didn't enable it, so it's better to remove from your site and check if there is a module enabled but they are not in use, so you can remove it from your sites. And the security that for security it's important, we should add some module like security is there's one module which we use for the security, which really help to set any headers like CSP, TLS. These are the HTTP headers we can add it through our site so that there will be no hacking from our site. And regularly update our site, it's also part of the security. I just created one audit. I got just one task which I have to audit one site from D7. It is migrated from D7. So these are the points which I have added. So I'm showing you like configuration management. When you're auditing your new site which is migrated from D7, you have to see that in active configuration, these are not, files should not be added. So that it should look like this. There is no active, there should no files in this active configuration. So you should check the configuration management is properly managed in site building overview. Then module installed, like what I have told you, module installed but not in use. So you should remove it from your websites. In performance and SEO, you can check different screens which are present. Like I have made this doc for that differentiate between D9 which is migrated. So I have checked the different options which are not present in D9, and you can check this one. Is there any JS which need to be updated? Links are not crawlable. In images element do not have alt attribution. And you have to check the console error. Like when you are loading the site, there should be no console error. And Drupal warnings in the status updates, you will get the warnings found. So it's important to fix all the warnings and error whatever you get in your website. The Git ignore properly configured, so that what I have saw some still in some project they have in Git they have pushed the vendor contrib theme module, so it should not be added through Git. We should be added through in Composer. We have to add this thing. So we have to properly configure the Git ignore. And when we are auditing the site, we should test that testing code present and commented in the custom modules, such as we have checked there's so many codes which are commented but not in use. And most of the custom blocks caching is disabled from the blocks, which should not, which is not a good idea, because caching, every time that block will load and it will take time. So caching should not disable. You can remove extra code. So coding standard, whatever we have to follow through, we should follow this. I have checked there's a logs which are available. Like when we creating the modules, we have to check in the recent logs. There should not be any errors with respect to that module. So if you see, this is SpecB site. If you want to audit this, so if you Google Chrome provide the lighthouse, in that you will generate the report. See, so it's showing 100% performance, 90% accessibility. Here you can, for every website in which you are working, you can check that it's the performance what is the best practice you are following or SEO, these things you will get from Lighthouse only. They have give suggestion for this, like image elements do not have explicit width and height, so we can fix these things. We should add the alt attribute in the SEO part. You will see from here Lighthouse you will get all the information of your website. So these are the manual things which I have did, but you will get the module also which really help to do this thing very fast. So there is a module like site audit. You can install this module. This is available for Drupal 7 and Drupal 9 also, that generate reports with actionable best practice recommendation. And there is a one more module, security review. This is also for Drupal 9 and Drupal 7. So this is also like module perform a series of automated check across the database and server and code base, whatever issue with respect to database or server code base, it will create the files for you. And there's a coder which I told you, like you can install the coder, and that will really help to remove the extra code or proper indentation in your site and whatever the code quality for this. Any question?
Hi guys, thank you for watching. I had an amazing time learning all the new things here at SpecBees TechX. And if you did too, do let us know in the comments below. Keep following SpecBee for the latest trends in technology. See you in the next one.